Right, this is the maths intervention session. There's a little activity for you to do. I just want to talk through it first. It's all about introducing the ratio system. Sorry, not the ratio system, the ratio symbol. So it's the idea that you might have 3 to 1, where you have 3 of one thing and 1 of a different thing. If you looked at the maths last week when we made smoothies, there were 3 strawberries to 1 raspberry. But we use this mathematical symbol, say for every 3 strawberries there is 1 raspberry, in order to represent that. We're going to have a little play around with it, just using some actual things, because it's quite good to use physical things. So, I read my fruit bowl. And what we have here are 3... what would you call them? You call them clementines. We can call them oranges for now, but they're really clementines. 3 oranges and 2 apples. So, what can we say about that? What sentences can we make that would represent that? What we can definitely do is say 3 colon 2, where 3 is oranges and 2 is apples. So we've got 3, 1, 2, 3 oranges and 1, 2 apples. We can see that quite clearly. So, for every 2 apples, how many oranges do I have? So, for every 2 apples, I have how many oranges? Running out of space there. Well, we've got 2 apples here. This is one group of fruit. So for every 2 apples, I have 1, 2, 3 oranges. So I can put 3 in there. And I'm describing that ratio using a sentence. So the ratio of apples to oranges is 2 apples to 3 oranges. What about the other way around? The ratio of oranges to apples. 1, 2, 3 oranges to 3 oranges to 2 apples. So if this is one group of fruit, for every 3 of those, there are 2 of those. And we can show it like. Right, so I've added some more fruit now, so it's a little bit more complex. This is a kiwi. So now we have oranges, apples, and a kiwi in there just to mix things up. So, if I have to ask, what is the ratio of kiwis to apples? What do we need to think about? Well, if it's really just the ratio of kiwis to apples is something, colon something, then do I need these oranges? I actually don't. I can sort of ignore them. I'll pop them at the top. So really, the ratio of kiwis to apples is for every 1 kiwi I have 2 apples. So the ratio of kiwis to apples is 1 to 2. Right, let's put the fruit back. What about the ratio of oranges to kiwis? So we're only thinking about the ratio of the oranges to the kiwis. Do we need the apples? No. The apples can go away. We can think about it like this as well. The ratio of oranges, colon, to kiwis physically looks like this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 oranges. I'd even put a big colon in there. And I've got 1 kiwi. We could easily flip that round if somebody asked us, what's the ratio of kiwis to oranges? Well, it would just look kiwi to orange would look 1 to 4. Sorry, I dropped off the page there. Very final question. Put the apples back in. What's the ratio of apples to oranges? Do we need our kiwi? No, we don't. That can go there. Maybe I'll eat that for breakfast. So now we've got a ratio of apples to oranges. How many apples can we see? So the ratio of apples to oranges is, it's definitely 1, 2 apples and 1, 2, 3, 4 oranges. My question to you is, that's absolutely true, isn't it? But can we express that in a simpler form? Think of it like this. They look exactly the same, don't they? 1 apple, 2 oranges. So for every 1 apple, there are 2 oranges. So when we have 2 apples, we have 4 oranges. So although that's absolutely correct, we could also say the ratio is 1 to 2, which is expressed in its simplest form. What I'd like you to do now is have a go at the activity that I've posted below. Have a little work through it. Hopefully, this makes a bit of sense. If you want to use things from your kitchen, little bits of food, then please do in order to try to make it a little bit more real for yourselves. Have a little go, and then I will post up the answers tomorrow.